Much then for your comments. And now if you move ahead, viewers, let's also tell you that Hamas has announced it is ready to transfer full control of Gaza to the National Technocratic government. This move comes as part of a ceasefire agreement with the newly formed National Committee for the Administration of Gaza set to oversee day-to-day governance. Hamas spokesman Hazem Qasim confirmed that all necessary preparations have been made, including the transfer of files and responsibilities across various sectors. He emphasized that the only remaining step is the committee's entry into Gaza to begin the handover process. Qasim also addressed the issue of border crossings, urging that they be opened fully in both directions without Israeli restrictions. He reiterated Hamas's commitment to the ceasefire and its role in securing Palestinian independence and self-determination. Let's hear those statements.
الآن لا يتحدث عن اشتراطات وعن تجهيزات، وهذا أيضا مخالف الاتفاق. يجب أن يتم فتح المعبر في كلا الاتجاهين بشكل كامل، وحرية الخروج والدخول إلى قطاع غزة بشكل حقيقي دون أي إعاقات إسرائيلية. الآن إعلان اللجنة الوطنية المستقلة عن فتح معبر رفح هذا أمر مهم. الأهم أن يتابع هذه اللجنة عملية مغادرة ودخول المواطنين بكل حرية وفق الاتفاق، لا أن يكون وفق الاشتراطات الإسرائيلية. بالتأكيد حماس كقوة وطنية هي حاضرة في المشهد الفلسطيني لجهة استمرار النضال الوطني المشروع حتى نسترد حقنا كفلسطينيين بإقامة دولتنا الفلسطينية المستقلة وعاصمتها القدس، وأن ننتزع استقلالنا وتقرير المصير. هذه ملتزمة باتفاق وقف الحرب على قطاع غزة، نفذت كل ما هو مطلوب منها في المرحلة الأولى، وهي جاهزة للدخول في كل مسارات المرحلة الثانية انحيازا منا للمصلحة الوطنية ولأبناء شعبنا الفلسطيني، تطبيقا لاتفاق وقف إطلاق النار، سحبا للذرائع من الاحتلال سواء لاستئناف العدوان على قطاع غزة أو إعاقة الأعمار. لذلك
Alison Butler, former AP Bureau Chief, joins us now from Bucharest in Romania. Alison, thanks very much for joining us. Now, of course, the protocol for the proposal is all ready. Hamas has expressed its readiness as well. But how challenging do you think the execution of the plan is going to be?
Well, the original peace plan came out, I think, on October the 10th. We've already, several months since then. So obviously it's taken some time to even reach this stage. Now, this is a clear development that Hamas, after all these years, has agreed under the terms of this peace plan to hand over to the Palestinian Technocratic Committee that will run Palestine. But as you say, it's very hard after so many years of fighting and military action that things will go smoothly. The important thing for all the Palestinians, of course, is the reopening of this Rafah border with Egypt. It's Palestine's only border to another country apart from Israel.
Yeah.
But I do foresee problems because they have lived under such a regime of violence and terror for so many years, both with the Israeli action, but also Hamas's action against its own civilians. So I think it's inevitable that we are going to see some problems. But it is a very important step that today, on January the 28th, they have agreed to hand over to this technocratic committee. And that is important because it won't be political. And the committee's aim is to, I think, restore ordinary, civilian life, to make things more normal for the people living there. And that's very important because the place has absolutely been blitzed to pieces. So it's an important step, but obviously it would be naive for us to think there won't be issues, there won't be roadblocks, there won't be problems.
All right, and Alison, given the fact that the committee is, of course, a US-backed, it's part of the broader Board of Peace plan. What really is next, and what kind of cooperation can we expect from either party?
I think it's very important that it's US-backed because obviously there's very little trust with Israel, and perhaps other Arab countries don't want to get involved. So having the US backing, I think, is very important, and the US did really fight for this, but obviously Donald Trump takes this very seriously, which is why he's established this Board of Peace, which is not just made from local actors, but also a lot of other state leaders and the countries have been invited to join. Whether they will or not is another matter. So it is important there is US backing here, but again, I think that there might be problems with implementing it because these things always, any ceasefire, any deal like this, there are always issues along the way.
Right. All right, Alison, do stay on with me as we proceed to another conversation. Moving ahead.